Hello, everyone. It is Carmela, your favorite business coach, here with you on today. Just stopping in. Give me 10 minutes. I just want to share a little bit of encouragement with you um, as an entrepreneur. I just want to encourage you, give you a couple of nuggets that can help you start your day. When we do our Elite Business Academy, we have those classes on Sunday nights for a very specific reason because I believe that it's a lot easier for you as an entrepreneur to set the tone for your week when you do it in advance. And so we have those courses on Sunday night because it allows us to plan for the week ahead. And so that's why I wanted to come live today. I typically do them on Wednesdays, but I was like, you know what? Let's talk today on Monday because you can set the tone for your week every single Monday. I think you should do it on Sunday night, already have a plan for your week, but Monday, no, definitely no later than Monday. You should have your intentions set for the week. So when you come on, just say hello. Today, I'm going to be talking about faith is my fuel. Faith is my fuel. Because a lot of times, y'all, we pause and we have our struggles and we're dealing with fear. Like, let's just go ahead and be honest. Fear holds us back. And we call it, fear. And these are those that are in my group. So thank y'all so much for jumping on. Fear holds us back, y'all. And we don't call it fear. But let me tell you something about fear. Fear will disguise itself. Fear will disguise itself in a variety of ways. Fear will have you thinking that, okay, I don't have enough money. Like fear will show you a really, really good excuse as to why you can't move forward in your business. It'll give you a really, really good excuse of why you can't launch that program. But really, the root of it is just fear. It's fear of the unknown. It's fear of not having all the answers up front. And so it can be scary as an entrepreneur, particularly when it's time for you to expand, when it's time for you to hire help, when the Lord is telling you to take your business in a different direction. Sometimes we can struggle in those areas. And so today, I want you to understand as business owners, and many of us are Christian business owners, that faith has to be our fuel, not just when you first start the business, but continually in your business. Listen at this. Don't allow perceived failure to stop you. That's the first thing. Don't allow perceived failure to stop you. That's number one. Now, what I mean by that is maybe you launched a program and nobody signed up. Maybe you started the business and you thought it was going to go one way and it just didn't work out. And so in your mind and in your heart, you're thinking, well, this was a failure. That's just perceived failure because sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. And so as long as you learn from that experience, I encourage you to tweak it. Make the necessary adjustments that you need to make and continue to move forward in your business. Yes, you need a business plan. Yes, you need a strategy for each and every week. Yes, you got to have all these things in place, but those things have to be living, breathing documents so that when something is not working, all you got to do is change it up, tweak what's not working, and relaunch and keep moving forward. Faith is my fuel. I'm not quitting because I understand the vision. So the strategy might change, but we're still moving forward to the vision. That's the part I want you to understand. The strategy that you use may not have worked. That's what I mean by perceived failure. Don't throw the entire business away because one strategy didn't work. Oh, that was good. I hope I'm helping somebody. Don't throw the entire business away because one strategy didn't work. Change the strategy. Do something different. You hang in there. The second thing is this. Don't focus on the statistics. Instead, use faith. Statistics. If you are a new business owner, it can be so overwhelming when you hear the statistics of statistically this great number of businesses closed within the first year. You got the wrong focus. Focus on the rest of the ones that were successful. See, that's what I mean by fear will camouflage itself. You will be thinking that I'm just being cautious because such a big number of businesses closed the first year. No, you're really operating in fear so that you don't become one of those businesses in that statistic. We're focusing so much on the negative and what could go wrong. What I want to challenge you to do this week is focus on the positive and what can go right. So if 20% of the businesses failed, I want you to focus on the 80. Now, that's not the statistic. I just pulled a number out of the air for easy math, but I want you to focus on the positive. So when you have a hard thought this week, and you will, because as an entrepreneur, there's no way that things are all good all the time. It's just not realistic. But you have a choice on what you're going to focus on. You have a choice on how you're going to allow it to affect you as an entrepreneur. You can choose to be positive. You can choose to change direction. So number one was don't allow perceived failure to stop you. Number two, don't focus on the statistics. And number three, there's 3 steps to success. 3 steps to success. And I've shared this with you before, but I think it bears repeating. Step number 1 is the dream. Step number 2 is struggle. Step number 3 is success. Dream, struggle, success. Somebody drop those 3 words in the comments for us. Dream, struggle, success. Those are the 3 steps to success. It all starts with a vision or a dream. And when you launch it, sometimes you launch the business and it's absolutely amazing. There's no setbacks. There's no issues. You got your finances in place. You got your money in place. You got your ideal clients have been identified. They find you, business is good. But let me tell you something. Every single entrepreneur will go through phase 2, which is the struggle. Now, the struggle may not be a struggle as in like a hardship where you're just about to lose the business. It just may mean that you need to pivot, like through COVID, like through the pandemic. Many entrepreneurs had to pivot. It was a struggle at first. We had to figure out what we were going to do, how we were going to continue to bring in income, how were we going to be able to connect with our clients. Dream, struggle, success. For me, my business was expanding. I had last year when the pandemic happened, I was supposed to be traveling to various states, speaking to in a variety of corporate organizations. Well, when the pandemic hit, all that stuff got put on hold. I had to figure out how I was going to grow my business. How were we going to bring in income and still serve the needs of the people and stay healthy, right? And so we had to be able to pivot. So struggle could be just that. You got to be able to pivot. I have a couple of clients that are having growing pains. They had to hire an assistant. The business was to the point where one person could no longer manage it all. And that was a struggle, finding the right person, getting the right person trained. Can I trust this person with my information? Even somebody that have to hire a virtual assistant, for instance, that's a struggle because you have to now deal with, there's some mental things you have to deal with because now, do I really trust this person enough to give them my login credentials? Am I going to allow them to be commenting and responding to things as me? Or do I need to just let my people know this is my assistant? It's all a part of the growing process. Part 1 is the dream. You have the vision. Part 2 is the struggle. And then part 3 is the success. But let me tell you something. Most people quit in part 2. Because it gets hard. Because the transition is crazy. I know somebody that had hired an assistant, got them trained, was finally doing some growing, things were going well, and then the person quit. So guess what now you got to do? As an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, now I got to start all the way over. I got to start the hiring process over again. That can be frustrating. But most people quit in phase 2. If you will endure as a good soldier, if you would allow faith to be your fuel, say, okay, God, I know this is your vision. I know you have the right person out there for me. So that wasn't the right person. I know you got the right strategy for me. So that wasn't the right strategy. But I trust you with this business. Then there's a point where success is inevitable. And it's so funny because sometimes when you're successful, people think, man, she was an overnight success. No, baby, I've been doing this for 10 years. Like you could be an overnight success when you've been faithful and consistent for a period of time. Other people just may not have known about you, but you've had to work behind the scenes. Success in the public comes after success in private. If the only way you can be successful is for everybody to know, then success will never come. You'll be rewarded openly for what you will do in secret. Can you work your business when it looks like it's falling apart? Will you be consistent with your own business, with your own dream, with your own vision, when you're the only person on there, when it looks like you're talking to yourself, when it looks like nobody is hearing you, when it looks like you can't reach your ideal audience? Will you be committed to you because you said you would? That's important. Step 1 is the dream. Step 2 is the struggle. Step 3 is success. Listen at this. And then the more success you have, the more responsibility you have, because the more success you have, your financial bracket changes. Now you got to make sure that you're connected to a financial advisor. You got to make sure you got a tax advisor. You got to make sure that you understand marketing. You got to make sure that your online presence is where it needs to be. You have to be surrounded by other people that can help you take your business to another level. So the more success you have, the more responsibility that comes with that. But there's a tip I want you to understand. There's a secret to that. You don't have to do it all. I'm going to whisper it one more time. You don't have to do it all. That's where we mess up. We're out here trying to be a one-person wonder. That is not how this works. We were not even created to just be by ourselves. You want to build the type of business. Let me say this. I want to build the type of business where I got to have help to maintain it. I want to bring in the type of income where I got to have help to strategically sow the money and put it into the places that's going to make a difference in my community. You want to build the type of business that goes far beyond you. You want to build the type of business that you can either leave as an inheritance to your children's children, or that you can sell for a sizable profit and you can retire. So we're not just trying to piddle around in things, but you're building something. That's why you got to be willing to go through the struggle. And you could be at a place of success, but then something like the pandemic happens. You got to have enough wisdom to know how to pivot. You got to have enough wisdom to know when to make some changes. You got to have enough wisdom to know when to hire help. You got to have enough wisdom to know when to collaborate. You don't have to do it all. Somebody drop that in the comments. I am not alone. That's the way I want you to say it. I am not alone. I am not alone. I am not alone. You're not in this thing by yourself. God would raise up people to use their gifts, talents, and abilities to partner with you, to sow into you, to empower you. It only takes that one right connection to change the entire trajectory of your business. I am not alone. I'm not in this thing by myself. I'm not in this thing by myself. I am not alone. There you go. They're coming in. I am not alone. I am not alone. Exactly. I'm not alone. Listen at this. This is the last tip I have for you. Somebody needs to take a leap of faith in your business today so that you can change the outcome. I wrote this down, so I know I'm talking to somebody. The Lord gave me this before I came live. Somebody needs to take a leap of faith in your business so that you can change the outcome. Do not settle for leftovers in your business. Do not settle. You do not have to beg. We attract wealth to us. We attract the right clients to us. We attract collaborative partners to ourselves. You never have to settle. You never have to beg. Somebody needs to take a leap of faith. Like Steve Harvey, I picked up this book. I had to shift my office, and this was in my box of books, Jump by Steve Harvey. Absolutely great book. Somebody needs to jump. Take the leap of faith to achieve a life of abundance. You need to do something different. If the strategy that you were working on is not producing at the level that it needs to produce at, you need to do something different. If you were in the struggle and you are having a hard time pivoting, You need to do something different. If you have scaled your business and you're at a level of increased responsibility and you just don't know what you don't know, you need to do something different. Somebody needs to take a leap of faith in your business so that you can change the outcome. You are in charge of the success or the failure of your business. Do not quit. Do not give up. Do not settle for less than God's best. You seek the Lord. You seek Him for guidance. You move your feet. You implement the things that He's told you to do, even if it feels like you're alone. I promise you, somebody is gonna approach you and be like, "I'm so glad you did this. I needed this today. I needed to hear this today. I needed to see this today. I needed to see you." And sometimes you think it's a product or service that you're selling and it's just you. You are the magic sauce. You are that something special that they need to connect with, okay? Faith is my fuel. I come on here on this Monday afternoon to tell you to look for the good in everything, to take a leap of faith. That thing that you've been thinking about doing, it's going to cost you something. You got to invest in it, whatever it is. You know what it is. Take the leap of faith and trust God. Allow faith to be your fuel. Be a good steward of your business. Be a good steward of the vision that God has given you. Be a good steward of the strategy. Be a good steward and look for God in all the places around you. Because I promise you, He's moving. I promise you, He's speaking. I promise you that your name is in rooms that you didn't even know that they even knew you. They're watching you. They may not like your post. They may not share your post, but people are watching you as you build credibility for your business. So you show up as the expert in your business. Now, remember, last night, we just completed our 4th cohort of the Small Business Academy, where we take small business entrepreneurs through a 4-month process where we help them put systems in place. We're not giving you extra homework. So it's not like an online school where you got homework and your business and all this. No, everything that we teach you, you apply it to your business. There's accountability, there's check-ins, there's group trainings, there's one-on-one. We help you increase revenue. We help you put systems in place to master your message, to master your audience, and master your prices. If you're interested in that and you can use that help, just go to CarmelaWilliams.com and set up your discovery call. The discovery call link is right on the homepage. Because the Elite Business Academy is of diverse business owners, I don't just allow anybody to get in that group. I believe that we have to have synergy. We need to know where we're going. If you think that's you, just schedule the discovery call and let's have a talk and see if you are a good fit for this next group. Now, this next group, instead of 4 months, is going to be 3. We'll meet twice in October, twice in November, and twice in December. So instead of 8 group sessions, there will be 6. And then we'll still have your 4 one-on-one calls. You'll still get all the other content. And we got some bonuses. I'm going to bring in a few of my business partners that are experts in other areas to share with you and to pour into you, because this cohort is what we're calling our anniversary group. So we launched the Elite Business Academy last year because we had to pivot from the pandemic. We've been in business since 2015, but the academy was something new. So this is our anniversary group, so to speak. And so we have some special things that we want to do with this group because it is our 1-year group. Every cohort is different. We provide different content. My husband and I do the groups together. He brings an absolutely amazing insight. Our learning styles are totally opposite. I'm pretty structured. Troy is the fun guy. So I'm going to make sure you get all the meat. He's going to make sure you have fun while you do it. And we're going to make sure that your business meet its goals, the goals that you set for yourself. So if you're interested in that, just go to CarmelaWilliams.com, click the link to schedule your discovery call, and let's see if you're a good fit. That program kicks off on October 17th. All right, you guys, y'all have a great day, and I'll be back again this week sharing some more things with you to help you become a successful entrepreneur.